Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Frag.
And I'm Gill.
And this is the Frag N Gill podcast and radio show. Today, backed by popular demand, we're giving you, the people,
What you want.
what you want and what you need. Gill, what are we giving them today?
We're going to get into a little bit of cryptocurrency.
Woo!
Ooh.
We're going to tell you everything you need to know from types of crypto to methods, terminology, the different apps, and a whole bunch more.
Yes, sir.
You ready, Gil?
Let's do it.
Let's send it.
Send her, bud.
All right. Hey. Let's get started. Cryptocurrency. So, Gil, what do you know about cryptocurrency?
It's a digital currency, man.
What is cryptocurrency?
Let's find out.
All right. So, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency, or crypto, is a digital currency that can be used to buy goods and services, but uses online ledgers with strong cryptography.
Cryptography.
Tongue
Tongue twister right there on that one.
Oh, yeah. To secure online transactions. Cryptocurrency works by using blockchains, a decentralized technology spread across many computers. Blockchains manage and record transactions. So basically, they're the ledgers.
Well, ledger, yeah, like or comes up, they like your usernames, like that combination of letters and numbers, like over here on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see who's who. Nobody knows who you are, really.
That would be called your address, your wallet address.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, is crypto actually anonymous? Many of you out there believe that crypto is anonymous, and that was one of our questions when we posted about cryptocurrency. So, is crypto actually anonymous? Gil?
No.
No.
Anonymous, more or less.
Yeah. It is not anonymous. Wallet addresses, as you've seen, as Gil stated earlier, the sequence of numbers and letters are pseudonymous and act as a placeholder for the buyer's identity. If, for example, the FBI wanted to know whose cryptocurrency that was, they could find out.
They can find out.
The majority of businesses that buy, sell, trade cryptocurrency are regulated and need to keep records of funds sent to the various wallets. So there is a paper trail.
Yep.
Some cryptocurrencies that you might want to look into if staying anonymous or anonymity is your preference would be Zcash and Monero. They are known for having a lot of intrinsic or extrinsic privacy settings.
But you're probably going to pay that premium for it, aren't you?
You are definitely going to pay that premium for it. So, data mining, cryptocurrency. What is data mining? So, what data mining is it is hard, and data mining is the process of which creates cryptocurrency. Bitcoin miners receive Bitcoin as a reward for completing blocks of verified transactions, which are added to the blockchain. So as the miners data mine, they finish these complex transactions from buyer to seller and transition to transition, and they are rewarded in Bitcoin. What you will need to data mine, you will need either a GPU, a graphics processing unit, or an application specific integrated circuit in order to set up a mining rig. Gil, you actually knew somebody that data mined.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What can you tell the audience about that?
He explained it all. This has been 2 or 3 years ago. He explained it all to us. Pretty much said you got to have like a tank of the computer that just sits there and runs and runs and runs. From what he said something about it having to figure out this some like very complex equation, and it just takes time, let it run, and I guess it gives you like bits and pieces of bitcoins, something like that. So don't quote me on that, as I may not be 100% accurate on it. So then when he is explaining that, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, especially at the time.
Yeah.
All right, so miners get paid for their work as auditors. As we said earlier, they complete, or as Gil said, they complete those complex transactions, and their payment as those auditors is in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's move this over here. So it says, what is the difference between cryptocurrency and stocks? So cryptocurrency is appealing because of its security.
Yeah.
As you can see right here, go ahead and throw them bad boys up.
Throw them quotes up again.
Security. If you don't take the security into your own hands, and if you don't protect your computer, your firewalls, then
you're asking for trouble.
Nothing on your computer, cell phone, whatever, would be secure.
Mm-hmm.
Unregulated currency.
I need the quotes again.
Go ahead and hit them.
Yeah, unregulated.
Unregulated. So when they refer to unregulated here, it means it's not backed by a central government. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, what have you, it's not backed by a central bank like most fiat currencies are. If you have Bitcoin, your Bitcoin is held with intrinsic value as the market so sees fit. It cannot be duplicated on end like the US dollar is, and it cannot be copied or faked. So there are over 6,700 cryptocurrencies. A lot of people in Gil's and I's generation own cryptocurrency, but they don't know it. Technically, cryptocurrency are, if you play video games, Star Wars Battlefront, Call of Duty, Fallout, Assassin's Creed, any platform, online platform that has microtransactions, if you don't pay for those skins or those plus packs or whatever they're called in US dollars, it doesn't say $4.95 on it. It would say 400 coins or 400 bits or whatever. For example, in Assassin's Creed, the currency is called Helix, and you spend 500 Helix to get, or one Helix equals 1% of a penny. So you exchange your government dollars for crypto. So what does this mean, Gil?
It means you take your fiat money, be like, all right, go into your app or whatever you're buying the crypto for, take your fiat money and buy the cryptocurrency with it.
Exactly. And here in a few minutes, we're going to get into what apps and brokerages that it takes for you to be able to.
Like with the 6,700 different cryptocurrencies, do y'all's own research. Do what y'all is. We're not licensed professionals or anything. We're just two bozos on YouTube.
That's right.
On research, figure out what works best for you.
Absolutely. So, total value of all cryptocurrencies is $897.3 billion US dollars.
And Bitcoin's what, over half that?
Bitcoin is roughly about 530 to 540 billion dollars.
Yeah, it was a
It
little
is
over half been. Yeah.
um, a single Bitcoin as of February 13th is $47,100. It's funny because this is take two
Two.
of this video, and this was yesterday at the time of recording.
Mm-hmm.
And today, Echo, how much is Bitcoin right now?
One Bitcoin is worth 48,910 US dollars, up 4.6% over the last 24 hours.
Up another $1,000 in a day.
Earlier today. Would you like to hear it?
No, thank you. There you go. Up 4%. Up over $1,000 in 24 hours. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Volatile,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least. All right. What is the difference between cryptocurrencies and stocks? Continued. On this slide, we're going to look at stocks. Stocks are a piece of an individual company. Gil, can you elaborate on that?
So stock, so each company, they have shares within the company. Each share you buy is a piece of that company. Buy one share, you got one little piece. Buy 10 shares, you got 10 little pieces. So, and each company has like so many shares issued out, and that's kind of what makes the prices fluctuate with the stock market. And that's a different topic for a different day. So,
stocks are used to build wealth, buying and owning portions of a company and its profits.
mm-hmm.
You may own their profits, but you also own their losses.
Yep.
So do your research when you're buying individual stocks,
Mm-hmm.
if you decide to buy individual stocks.
Yeah, you start getting into some risky business too.
Absolutely. So appreciation and dividend. Over the history of the stock market, the S&P 500, which is the Standard and Poor 500, has steadily increased over its lifetime, about 7 to 8% post tax. With this being said, do your own research.
Yep.
Gil, can you explain to the audience what dividends is?
So dividends, so we'll go back. So back to the share. So you own a share, we'll say that share pays out $2 a year. And most of the time they pay that $2 out quarterly. So each quarter you're gonna get 50 cents. So let's say you get 10 shares, 50 cents, be what, $5, $2.50, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can reinvest, suppose, get a little more dividend, and then get compound interest rolling.
Mm-hmm.
With that, then on top of that, you're gonna have your appreciation of the stock price, which be up, be down. You said it's risky business.
Absolutely. Do your own research.
Yep.
All right. Average annual stock return is 10%, and then 7 to 8% after inflation. Inflation. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's just an average. Like some years you can get like 5%, and the next year you get like 17%. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it depends on the year. It's not always 10%. When you got years like 2020, everything just went up, and it's just like, okay, this would be an oddball year compared to like the historic data on the stock market. So
and depending on inflation, because when Gil and I were little boys, we could go and buy two full-size Snicker bars from the gas station with $1. Now you can't even get one.
You can't even do that. You can't already get nothing for $1 anymore.
You can't get anything for $1. Maybe a pack of Lifesavers or something.
Yeah, you might be able to find you like a soda can somewhere, maybe, if you can even find a can machine.
I don't know.
I haven't seen a can machine, and I don't know when.
But anyways, back to stocks.
Sidetrack.
Back to stocks. Index funds. So an index fund basically is the whole market.
Yeah, your index funds just it follows the market pretty much.
Right.
It's passive.
Right. It matches the trend of the market. And
Mm-hmm.
since the market usually has a 10 to 7% return annually, you are able to stay with the market, and
Yep.
your fees are usually nominal.
Yeah, they're very low fees compared to like mutual funds or something like that.
Speaking of mutual funds, Gil, go ahead and give us a breakdown of what a mutual fund is.
All right, so mutual funds, so what they're gonna do pretty much is you're not directly you're pulling money, you're buying like the mutual fund itself. Let's say that's JP Morgan, yada yada yada. Them guys at that mutual fund will take that money that's there and they'll invest it in different things, making that mutual fund try to get that mutual fund making money. So that way it looks good. So that way they try to beat the market where they can or can't and hit or miss. They got to do is sit there, look at stock market for hours every day. I buy, sell this, make that price go up. But that's when you start getting into fees because it's more actively managed like that.
Right.
So,
And their fees are roughly 1 to 2%,
mm-hmm.
but they take those over time and as it's occurring. So let's say you get a 5% return and their fee is 1 to 2%. They're taking nickels on the dollar. So
Mm-hmm.
so be in mind when you and do your research if mutual fund is what you would like to do.
Yeah. Like my mutual fund I have through work, I think it's like a quarterly fee. And I think there might be a monthly one. I'd have to go back in and look. I ain't sure. But that's just the company that does it. You can find a different company that does like just one set quarterly fee, or like you were talking about. So it just varies company to company. So do your own research.
Do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
The best apps slash brokerages to use. So when you're looking at apps and brokerages, it's basically one and the same because you're going to be using a brokerage to buy and sell your Bitcoin and stocks. Um, with that being said, a lot of people use the applications because they don't have time to sit in front of a computer and watch the numbers go up and down. So they use
Yep.
their phones. And these following apps and brokerages are some of the most common that you can buy cryptocurrency on. So Coinbase, 30 plus cryptocurrencies, and they have one of the most expansive public libraries of crypto out there. eToro has 15 cryptocurrencies for buy, sell, and trade. TradeStation has 5 cryptocurrencies. SoFi Active Investing has 3 cryptocurrencies. Excuse me. Robinhood, available in most but not all US states, has 7 cryptocurrencies. And there are a few different other ways where you can obtain cryptocurrencies. There's a certain website you can get on to if you write a blog and they compensate you in crypto. You can even open an account, and the interest that you earn on the account for the money you deposit you will be reimbursed in crypto, not whatever fiat currency that you, let's say, deposited there.
Yeah.
All right. Some of the most common cryptocurrencies.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin and the Bitcoin family, not everybody can pay $48,000 for one Bitcoin. So they've broken it down so to make it more manageable and affordable for the masses of people.
He's got $48,000 sitting around to put in Bitcoin.
Not a lot of people.
No.
Elon Musk does.
Oh yeah, they put like 1.5 billion in it or something like that.
1.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So Ethereum is, if Bitcoin is gold, Ethereum is silver. Echo, what is the price of Ethereum cryptocurrency?
One Ethereum is worth 1,819 US dollars, up 1.4% over the last 24 hours.
So there you go.
Mhm.
Little over $1,800, and it's moving up, but it's not as volatile as Bitcoin is.
Bitcoin.
All right. So Litecoin, Ethereum, like Bitcoin, has a family and has different um, subcategories of what it represents. Echo, what is the price of one Litecoin cryptocurrency?
One Litecoin is worth 217 US dollars and 40 cents, down 4% over the last 24 hours.
So, I mean, that one's a little bit more volatile, as you can see, over the last 24 hours, but you know, so $271. So that's a little bit more affordable. You have Ripple, Ripple XRP, Neo, ITO, and finally the meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin. Hey Echo, what is the price of one Dogecoin?
One Dogecoin is worth 0.0605 US dollars, down 9.4% over the last 24 hours.
So you can have anything from 48,000 US dollars to 6 cents
Yep.
when it comes to cryptocurrency.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. So how do you get started? So getting started, once you do your own research, you can, and you find whatever app or brokerage that you want to go through, you start by doing more research, and you find what crypto applies to you, what crypto is in your money base, and how are you going to want to spend um, or invest your money into this cryptocurrency.
Just like you can always learn something, researching stuff like this. There's always something you can find that.
Right. And this course right here is just the bare bones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we started with nothing, no idea, and this is what we were able to put together for you to start your research. So your wallet, as we stated earlier, your random series of numbers and letters is going to be your address, and that's where your cryptocurrency is held. Create an account, transfer your fiat currency, which are euros, US dollars, yen, whatever. And once that transaction clears, usually, for example, on Robinhood, it usually takes about 5 business days for your money to wire over to that brokerage. Sometimes they give you credit, sometimes they don't. So keep that in mind, and then you can buy your cryptocurrency. Expect fees. So, for example, on Otero, you're going to be looking at a $50 minimum, and then maybe a 0.07% to a 2% fee on each transaction that you make, depending on where it's going in the world and who's it going to. And as I stated earlier, you're going to be looking at minimum account balances. So for Orturo, again, you're looking at a $50 minimum balance to be able to buy and sell. And you're looking at or buy, should I say, and a $200 minimum to be able to buy, sell, and trade. And that's just to cover yourself.
Yeah, and you got to think too, like the fees and minimums. You can go to a different place and be something completely different. So do your research, figure out which one's going to work for you.
Word.
Because every place is different.
Absolutely. So the conclusion. So we're wrapping this up. We're going to look. Do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. Gill.
Do your own research.
Do your own research. Like Gill said, We are nothing but a couple of bozos on YouTube that know how to work Google. We are
Mm-hmm.
not professional investors, and we are damn sure not Bitcoin cryptocurrency experts. Do your own research and make your own decisions. All right. The more detail on the company and or cryptocurrency, the better. If you can look up forums and forums and forums on Bitcoin, and you know that, yeah, I mean, you see it in the news, you see it, you know that reputable dealers buy and sell Bitcoin, then that's a pretty decent one versus Dogecoin. The only where you've ever heard Dogecoin is on a meme on Facebook, Twitter,
Yep.
or Instagram. So do your own research. Established is good. Like I said, uh, Bitcoin is established.
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum is established. Dogecoin, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? That it could be worth 6 cents today. Tomorrow it could be worth 6% of 1 cent.
Yeah.
600th of a cent. So do your own research.
Yep.
Established
business.
Absolutely. Established is good. Longevity is better. So the longer the cryptocurrency has been out, the more you can analyze their charts, you can analyze their volatility, you can see what they have done and where they have gone. And as you do that, you'll be able to evaluate and make the decision on whatever you want to purchase. Make risk decisions when benefits outweigh the cost. This is operational risk management at its finest. And if you have to look at what you're doing, you have to study what you're doing, you have to know what you are doing, what you are investing, because every investment is a risk.
If you're gonna lose sleep over it, don't do it.
Don't do it.
That simple.
That's simple. So do your own research. This presentation has been a Frag N Gill podcast presentation, and we personally would like to thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Gil, let's go ahead and talk about what we just went over in the cryptocurrency. So what do you think you have learned over the past few days of studying crypto?
Very much all the basics of it. Very much how we gonna buy it, how to go about it. All different for cryptos out there.
Mm-hmm.
Dogecoin's hilarious, I think. Oh, the freaking meme.
Mm-hmm. So
I watched a video last night. It was just talking about it. Just Dogecoin being a meme. It was kind of funny. If I can find it again, I'll send it to you.
all right, we'll link it in the description below.
Yeah.
For speaking of description below, every article that we use to research this is in the description. Every resource for you guys is in the description. Check it out. Like we said, can't say it enough. Do your own research.
Yep.
For me personally, what I learned is that crypto is volatile. It's a Molotov cocktail of currency.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't looking. I mean, you are looking at massive returns or massive losses.
Yeah, you can probably go look at Bitcoin's charts. They'll go right now.
Yep. So let's say that you invest your life savings in Dogecoin, thinking, I mean, even if Dogecoin goes up to $1.06, you're going to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
If you
off of $100.
yeah, if you invested that much money, that's like the return that you would be able to have. Or if you were one of the lucky guys to be able to get Bitcoin early, massive return.
Just like that dude that bought how many Bitcoins he bought those 2 pizzas for?
Oh, like 100,000.
Yeah, and that dude should have been like a billionaire.
Yeah, well,
if he held on to those.
The very first Bitcoin transaction was for 2 pizzas basically. So I mean, and that is, and honestly, it's funny because the individual who created Bitcoin, Echo, who created Bitcoin? Echo, who created Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is manufactured by Malfa Capital. It is developed by Satoshi Nakamoto. It was written by Satoshi Nakamoto, and it was founded by Satoshi Nakamoto.
So Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder, it's funny because he's mysterious. Like nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
And he's a he's a phenomenon. Honestly, if he even has a portion of what his bitcoins were worth, then oh my goodness,
He got his toes in the water, ass in the sand somewhere.
he either has that or he's at the top of the world or on the moon hiding.
Yeah.
Because he would be worth a lot.
Oh yes.
So for that, I think that this wraps up our segment and our short little Bitcoin / cryptocurrency course. Gil, do you have any closing remarks for our audience?
No. I think we got enough talking.
I think we have.
All right, do your own research.
Do your own research. Do your own research. Please, please, please. We hope you enjoyed. I'm Frag.
And I'm Gill.
Peace.
This is